Number 5.
At number 5, the Buffalo Bills. Look, you have the MVP on your team in Josh Allen. When you have Josh, you always have a chance. I love the fact, and I think this will continue next year, of the Bills' ability to run the football. James Cook did a great job. I thought he really helped out that offense and provided a facet of the game that was never really there for Buffalo. You know, they lost to the Chiefs for many reasons. One of them has been they put it on the shoulders of Josh Allen too often, where they really did not have another way to beat you. That run game was there for Buffalo. But now looking ahead, I think they're in the mix for sure at number 5. They need, I think, two things. They need a more consistent play call. They need Joe Brady, I think, to learn from some of the faults of this season that lost to the Chiefs. Get James Cook the ball more when he's rolling. And they also need, I think, a go-to wide receiver. You need a big play wide receiver here, or at least a reliable guy you trust in the postseason. Buffalo does not have that. There are options to get that this offseason. I think they will, but Buffalo comes in top 5 teams to win the Super Bowl next year. The Bills come in at number 5.
Number 4.
It's the Bengals, in large part because of Joe Burrow. Look, outside of Patrick Mahomes, there's not a quarterback I trust more in the league than Joe Burrow. The dude is a killer. And it sucks for him that this great season that he had, a career year, was all for naught because the defense could not get a stop. But I am optimistic that the Bengals this offseason will fix their defense. They fired Lou Anarumo. So they're going to change their defense, which I think is good. They brought in Al Golding from Notre Dame, which he did a great job with Notre Dame's defense. And I think they're going to address this offseason the defensive side of the football. They're going to re-sign Jamar Chase. I'm not so sold that they'll be able to retain T. Higgins, but receivers are easier to find. Plus, you got Joe Burrow. He can make anybody else good. That defense will be better. Bengals will be right back in the mix. I mean, they clearly do not fear the Chiefs. Bengals, I think, will bounce back after a bad 2024. Bengals, number 4 in terms of top 5 teams to win the Super Bowl in 2025.
Number 3.
It's the San Francisco 49ers. Injury bug got them here in 2024, but I think they're going to bounce back. We saw it right in 2020. The 49ers go to the Super Bowl in 2019, lose to the Chiefs. 2020 ravaged by the injury bug, and they bounce right back to go to 2 straight NFC title games. And eventually get back to the Super Bowl. I think they'll bounce back. They got talent. They asked some questions maybe about Deebo Samuel and the futures, maybe about George Kittle. Is that a guy that's, we'll see about his future. But I trust Brock Purdy. I trust Kyle Shanahan. This defense still got some life and some juice left in them as well. The 49ers, as long as they're healthy, Christian McCaffrey should be back and better next year. They're going nowhere. 49ers absolutely still one of the best teams in the league. They come at number 3 because of teams in 2025 that can win the Super Bowl.
Number 2.
It's the Chiefs. Look, this team is going nowhere. I know recency bias wants you to think that the Chiefs are dead, they suck, that they're going to come back to the pack. They got beat by the best team in the NFL. There's no harm, there's no shame in that. Patrick Mahomes, I know it's crazy to believe, he's allowed to have a bad game. This team is going nowhere. They still have the best quarterback in the league. They have the best head coach in the league in Andy Reid. They have the best defensive coordinator in Steve Spagnuolo. This team is going nowhere. Do they have to revamp the run game? Yes, I think so. Maybe try to get that offensive line a little bit better. Get some real road graders in there. Few tweaks, few changes. But for the most part, this team's going nowhere. They're well coached. I still think they're the team to beat in the AFC. I don't trust another team right now to beat them. They're going nowhere. Chiefs, I think, right now come in number 2 on this list of teams to win the Super Bowl here in 2025.
Number 1.
It's a team we just saw win tonight. The Philadelphia Eagles. This team's going nowhere. They can run the ball well, pass the ball well. They play great defense, and they are young. So many of their impact players on both sides of the ball are young or players right now in their prime. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown. That defensive line, Jalen Carter's right now blossoming into a star. Cooper DeJean today on the biggest stage of his rookie career. Pick 6 on his birthday. This team is going nowhere. They have the best GM in the NFL in Howie Roseman, so they're going to reload if they do lose some guys like Brandon Graham and Lane Johnson starting to get up there as well in age. They're going to have to make some switches either this year or in the upcoming years, but they're going nowhere. They are going nowhere right now. The Eagles are my pick early on here to win this Super Bowl in 2025.